What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MULN stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you the news that nobody is talking about and that might be extremely important from the fundamental standpoint. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point, and I've told you that this asset broke this previous range of support and it retested a couple of times this range of support, the next range of support at roughly 25 cents. Then it retested this range as the range of resistance, and my main assumption was that because of some fundamental news, this asset could go lower and it had to retest the range of support again. And with the third attempt, most likely it might break it to the downside. But instead of this, right after I made my previous video, we have this massive spike in price with an increase in volume, and we broke this range of resistance, and this was the real breakout that was confirmed by the volume. Then this asset pretty much retested this range from the top, bounced a couple of times and went even higher. And right now, from my previous video, this asset gained about 36% to the current price, and to its highest point it gained about 51%. So massive movement in a matter of just several days, and I have to say that I missed this movement completely because I didn't pay much attention to this asset. And I have to say that right now we have a lot of news that might drive the price of this company. So, and let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, let me show you that on their official website, since I made my previous video, they published 3 news on January 25th, January 26th and February the 2nd. And the first news was that Mullen announces a result of a special meeting of shareholders. And it was the news that drove the price. Right after this news was published, the price of Mullen went higher from about 28 cents to this range of about 35 cents for about 27%. And let me show you this news in details. Let me pay your attention on this paragraph. The company has no plans at the current time to effect a reverse split. The company has until March 6, 2023 to meet the Nasdaq minimum bid requirement of $1. If the share price of the company's stock falls short of the set requirement, the company intends to seek an extension from Nasdaq to meet the required threshold. If such extension is granted, compliance of the minimum $1 stock share threshold requirement may be extended for a further 180 days until approximately September the 6th, 2023. If the company still falls short of the minimum bid requirement, it will effect a reverse stock split at that time to maintain its Nasdaq listing compliance. So, with this news, definitely it was some bullish news because a lot of people anticipated a reverse stock split to stay in line with the Nasdaq rules, and this basically cancellation at least for 6 months, this reverse stock split definitely drove the price of Mullen higher. And you might wonder why it is so important that this basically minor news drove the price of this asset higher. And I have to say that it is only the anticipation of this news. And let me show you that in general, right here on the list of institutional investors, you can find that institutional investors hold only 5% of Mullen stock. And another 95% is held by retail community and by insiders. And retail community is a highly emotion-driven community. And with some anticipation or with some minor news that might be important on their opinion, definitely we might see a spike in interest, and this spike happens usually on, you can see it on stocktweets.com website, and right now on most active section Mullen is on the 2nd place, and I don't know whether or not it is on the, no, we don't have this ticker symbol on the watchers section, but it is on the 2nd place on the most active section. This means it still has quite high support from retail community. And because of this, definitely the price might spike occasionally. And let me show you other news that are extremely important in my opinion. Let me show you right here that on January 31st they filed 8K form, and let me show you this form in details. So as you can see right here in this document, you can find that right here at the special meeting reconvened on January 25th, 2023, the stockholders of the company entitled to vote their own approved proposal number 2, an amendment to the company's second amended and restated certificate of incorporation to increase the aggregate number of shares of common stock that the company is authorized to issue from 1,750,000,000 to 5 billion, was approved by a vote of stockholders as follows. And as you can see, with the ultimate voting power that is in David Mishry hands, we can see that these results of the voting. And definitely it is the most important news that nobody is talking about, and we have to be very cautious because in a matter of next several weeks or months we will see this new issuance of their common stocks, and definitely it will be almost 2.8 to 1 dilution from the current levels. And this means each stock might cost almost 3 times lower that it costs right now. And this means we don't have any fundamental news that might drive the price of this asset higher in the long-term perspective. That's why we can rely only on the short-term spikes, and we are in another set of news that drove the price of this asset higher. And let me show you other news that some of investors might think that they are extremely important. So, MULN announces key hires across EV programs, and another one, MULN Automotive, Loop Global and Menzies Aviation pilot new electric vehicles and charging infrastructure at Los Angeles International Airport. And let me show you one by one. First of all, they hired again high-level executives, and these hirings also might be quite good in the short-term perspective, but as I already mentioned in one of my previous videos, they don't have the real workers. They don't have the staff who can assemble the vehicles. And because of this, if you invest in vehicle manufacturer that doesn't have basically any number of working staff who can assemble the vehicles themselves, you cannot rely that they will start to produce any products at all. And definitely it is another long-term bad catalyst for this asset. And I have to say, guys, I don't have any position in MULN, and basically I don't care about these type of companies. All I care is that I want to give you the most unbiased information. And I have to say that in the long-term perspective, this is the worst, one of the worst stocks that you can choose, because in the long-term perspective, every promises that David Mishry did, 0 of them becomes a reality. And he stated a lot of times that he will start to produce vehicles from Dragonfly through the MULN 5, and right now the main focus is their commercial fleet class 1 vehicle. On top of that, let me show you the latest news, and this is the news that also drove the price of MULN higher, and let me quote you this. MULN Automotive announces a pilot program for Class 1 EV cargo vans with Menzies Aviation and Loop Global Incorporated at Los Angeles International Airport. Menzies operates in 250 plus airports in 58 countries, providing ground, air, cargo and fuel services to commercial airports and airlines. Menzies Aviation, the world's largest aviation service company, is piloting MULN Automotive electric vans and Loop Global charging infrastructure across its operations at Los Angeles Airport, as it looks for innovative solutions to support its ambitious goal of becoming carbon neutral by 2033. Menzies has a global fleet of 27,000 ground service equipment, including over 8,000 vehicles at 250 plus airports worldwide. So, and this information is extremely misleading, because these 8,000 vehicles are the vehicles that are in general refueling tankers or heavy equipment, and with the Class 1 EV cargo van, they cannot replace all these vehicles. And on top of that, it is only a 60-day pilot program. That means nothing in a long-term perspective, because we have to see the contracts, and the contracts will be only after their real ability to produce vehicles, and they cannot produce any vehicles at all because of the lack of money and because of lack of workers. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, what should we expect next? I have to say that on hourly time frame we can see the bearish divergence, and right now the RSI is pointing down at the quite neutral territory, and if this RSI breaks the 50 points level, definitely we will see lower price action and longer consolidation phase. And in general, I think that in a matter of next several sessions it will retest the range of about 32 cents, this range of support, and without new news that David Mushari might announce, this asset can even break this range, and that's why I highly recommend you not to enter even a short-term position at this very point, despite any rumors that you can see in the internet right now. So, I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stay